And then it dawned on me, whatever happened to her? Musically, that is. Because we know Boity is a superstar outside of music and whatever. But what happened to her musically?
My name is Boity and I am Butterfly. That was wild. I really broke the internet with that. That's actually crazy. Kids of today don't know that I once broke the internet for real. Like, they don't know. Listen here, if Denton wanted to hurt me, he would have done that long time ago. You were there, we're cool now.
Trust me, you're not cool.
Whoa, Jakes, let me go, man.
Welcome to your ultimate Friday night destination. So glad you could make it. A happy Women's Month to all you amazing women at home.
Doesn't make sense now. Shit just got real, things are getting intense now. I hear you talking about we a lot, oh you speak French now.
Welcome to Let's Not Levy. Now this is a show where shine a spotlight on the culture and everyone that you should know or already know. So superstars, I was rewatching Boity's old music videos and then I remembered how insane she was. The bars and confidence.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
What happened to her? Musically, that is. Because SA male rap is thriving. Nice to see Cassper Nyovest and Blxckie, amongst others. They're everywhere. But female rap, it keeps on losing momentum. And Boity's actually proved that it is not about talent. Something bigger is going on. But let's get into it. When Boity first came into the game, she immediately pulled big numbers. Stage presence, visuals, brand deals, and a reality show. She had everything. And in the US, if you come in like that, the world notices. Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, they keep on dropping hits, collabs, and tours. But here in South Africa, it seems like it fizzles. Now, on my journey to find out what happened between Boity and music, I stumbled upon a joint album that she released with Roiii recently, in 2024, well. And then I was pleasantly surprised, especially with Roiii, because I didn't even know who Roiii was.
I hate to say it, I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street, I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
It's definitely an album that I'd expect from her. Her lyricism, powerful, and it was quotable. She writes the beat so well, especially when she switches from English to Setswana and vice versa. I really love that about Boity, that she can seamlessly transition from one language to the other and without even losing the beat, you know. I did notice that, you know, Roiii has more airtime than her on the album, but she still holds her own, you know. It's Boity, so she definitely, you know, holds her own. But I would have loved for her to have more airtime in it, you know. But I also would love, you know, for her to give us another single. I mean, not single, another solo album, you know, another solo project, you know. Honestly, on this album, their chemistry is amazing, you know. I love the fact that they could, you know, like, sometimes make it feel like, you know, it's a conversation, you know, back and forth, you know, transitioning from Setswana and English, you know, so seamlessly, you know, between the both of them, you know. I really loved how, you know, like they could hold it down together, you know, and it's actually so rare to find people who actually blend together, you know, and not even blend together using just one language, but blend together using both languages, you know. I'm actually surprised why this album flew under the radar, you know, but maybe it didn't even fly under the radar. Maybe I just live under a rock, but I do think that, you know, there were some songs that could have been massive hits, you know. I don't know if it's a problem with, you know, South Africa just not streaming as a whole, you know, or are we just too focused actually on American music so much so that we kind of neglect our music in South Africa? Let me know down in the comments. But anyway, This journey made me realize that Boity wasn't actually the problem. Her talents weren't the problem. It's the system. Male rappers in SA get constant albums, they get tours, they get features, and they also get PR cycles. But with women, they put out a single, it gets a little bit of hype, and then it's quiet. They try to, get more momentum by, featuring other rap females in South Africa, but it also just fizzles out. It's the system. I don't think the labels are doing enough for them. I don't think there's enough push behind them, like to get them to where they need to be. Because if you look at the US, and I don't want to, compare, the US to South Africa, because we know that they have more infrastructure, to get people to be more stars. But it's sad that people in South Africa have to actually chart to the US. They have to travel to the US just to get the recognition they deserve. Look at Tyler, look at Nasty C, look at Trevor Noah, look at they all had to journey to America to get the proper recognition. They had to travel to America to get the proper infrastructure that they need for their talents to be recognized, for them to be pushed by a machine, a machine that is big and that works. Whereas in South Africa, as much as, we still, but honestly, I feel like there's been so many calls from, people in the entertainment industry asking, begging, pleading for water. But what I'm saying is, if the machine isn't, well oiled in South Africa, we're gonna be left wondering what could have been with regards to our entertainment industry, what could have been with regards to SA female rap, even male rap to some extent, but we need to get it together and push, maybe even us as, consumers, streamers, social media digesters. I don't know what to call people who listen or who, Honestly, listening to the joint Roiii and Boity album, it is clear that talent was never an issue. It is the system. And I believe that Boity can still dominate in SA rap. But the question is that, will the industry let her?
I always believe that it always gets better. There's always more to look forward to. And I think that's what keeps me going.
But superstars, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know which SA female rapper deserves the next push, let me know down below. But that is it from me, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye.